yourselves on your mat or the place that you are going to be doing the session on. And then as always, for the last few weeks we've been doing the same session, so beginning again on our backs, laying down, knees are bent, and then we're going to bring them into the chest, grab the backs of our knees, lay down with your shoulders down into the floor, point the feet so that you keep the legs engaged, and we're going to take a big inhale. On your next exhale, we're going to lift the shoulders and shoulder blades off the floor, press the middle of the back down, tap the tailbone up towards the chest, hold it there, and then release back down to the floor. And we'll repeat this 2 more times, so big inhale as you're laying down. On an exhale, lift and hold, tap yourself into a little bowl, trying to draw the nose into the knees, and then lower back down. And one last time, big inhale when you're laying down. On an exhale, lift, squeeze, hold, and then release. From there, inhaling, keeping the knees into the chest, extend the legs up towards the ceiling, flex the feet, and then pull them down back towards the buttocks with the heels drawing down. Point the feet away, bring them legs up towards the ceiling again, trying to keep the thighs close to the chest, and then flex and draw them back down. One last time, lift through the feet up towards the ceiling, flex and pull them down. From here, just inhale, lift the feet back up, extend your arms, so release the arms from the backs of the knees, hold them towards your toes. And then again, on an exhale, we're going to be lifting up and crunching our core. So when you're ready, inhale. Exhale, lift as if you're trying to touch the toes. And then on exhale, open up. Legs go down to the floor, arms go over the head. Hover off the floor. And then lift it back up. Reach towards the toes. And then once again, open up. Arms and legs extend. Lift it back up, reach up. And then lower down, back and forward, arms hover, lift, reach one last time up, and then release. Crossing at the shins, rock yourself up and down a few times and then come up into seated position when you're ready. From there, rolling over your ankles, send the legs back, we're going into child's pose, so to the back of your mat, because you need all that space in front of you. Knees are slightly wider than your hips if possible. Stretch out the body, arms forward, head down towards the floor, hips down towards the heels. Take a big inhale and then exhale through the nose. Inhaling, lifting up the hips, come forward onto the knees, lower down the pelvis and then lower down the chest. Inhale, lift back up, back into your child's pose. Lower the hips, forehead down. Inhale, lift. On an exhale, lower down the pelvis. You can keep the shoulders up, or if you're wanting to go into the shoulders, maybe just bend the elbows. Lift back up, back to child's pose again. Once again, inhale, lift, back into the knees, and then lower down the pelvis. Open up the chest, or even go down, bending the elbows, bringing a bit more strength into the tricep, and then push back into child's pose again. Let's do this one last time. Inhale, lift, lower the pelvis, maybe just open the chest, or maybe bend the elbows, bringing the chest forward, and then lift back up, back into your child's pose. From here, next inhalation, we come up, all fours, so knees and hips aligned, and shoulders and wrists aligned. So right here. Then inhaling, belly goes down, lift the tailbone, lift the chest, open up the shoulders away from each other, squeeze them at the back. Exhale, reverse the movement into cat position, which is pressing the hands into the floor, tucking the chin and the tailbone under. Inhaling once again, lifting chest, lifting tailbone, belly down. And then exhale, reverse the movement, press into the floor. Once again, inhale, belly down, chest opens. And then again, exhaling, other way round. Next inhalation, just neutral position, flat spine. Then moving your left leg slightly to the middle, so the knee closer towards your right knee. Exhale your right leg to the back, point the toes down, and then hold it there. And then take your left arm forward. So we're now balancing on left knee and right palm, holding the position. And then we're going to exhale, squeeze elbow to the knee. So bring the elbow underneath the body. Squeeze yourself into a little bow as close as you can. And then extend once again to nice straight position. So extend through the fingertips, extend through that heel. And then exhale once again. Curve the spine, bring it in. Inhale, open up, hold the position here. See if you can send the arm and the leg even further. And then drop down, hands and legs both on the mat. Moving into a normal position with the knees. Move your right knee into the middle. Extend the left leg. Point the toes down to the floor, press through the heel. Keep the leg in line with the hip. And extend right arm. Hold there. Just notice if your left hip is rolling up. You don't want to have wonky pelvis, so keep rolling it down to the floor. 2. On 3, we're going to squeeze elbow to knee. So curve the spine, press into the left hand, squeeze, and then extend again, pointing toes down, extending the arm forward. And again, exhale, squeeze underneath the body. Extend. And hold. And then release palm and knee down. Move back into normal position, knees underneath the hips. This time, palms go a little bit further forward. Spread the fingers wide, tuck the toes under. And then on an exhale, lift the hips up high. Come into your downward facing dog. So your down facing dog doesn't have to look exactly like mine does. It might be that you're finding it difficult to keep your heels down, so you just lift them up, bend the knees and keep nice long spine. But if your heels are going down to the floor, then enjoy that stretch on the back of the calf. Maybe even press further down by lifting the other heel off, bending the knee and pedaling through a few times. Just to wake up the backs of the legs and the hips, shuffling from side to side as you do that. Now, when we're ready, we're going to stop in still position in down facing dog, bend the knees and bring them few inches off the floor, gazing forward, flat spine. From there, we're going to inhale, send ourselves into plank. And then on exhale, drop the hips low, keep the toes tucked under, open up the chest. Exhaling, back to downward facing dog. So this is what we've been doing for the last couple of weeks. Now, today I'm going to show you a variation that you might want to try. So unless you don't want to try, carry on doing what you've just done. But if you want a little bit more, then bend the knees. And this time, instead of going into plank, you're going to go and bend the elbows 90-degree angle. So you're going to go inhale, send yourself forward and stay in this position. From there, drop the hips, lift the chest, and then exhale back to downward facing dog. So we'll do this 2 more times, so you get to choose. I'll do both variations for you to see again. First, the easier one, drop the knees, extend spine, straight into plank, drop the hips, lift the chest, and then back into down dog. And then the harder one, drop the knees, come into chaturanga arms, which is here, lift up, open up the chest, and then down dog. Now from there, just gazing to the front edge of your mat, step forward, so maybe walk one foot after the other, coming up to the front edge of your mat. Exhale, full forward fold, hands down, head down to the legs. And then inhale yourself up into standing position, lift the arms, look up, Exhale, hands together and release them down. From here, let's inhale, reach up with your arms to the top of above your head. Exhale, fold yourself down to the floor. Inhale, halfway up. And then exhale, step back into plank. From plank, lift up into down dog. And again, we're just going to go through that flow again. So you choose bent elbows or high plank. So drop the knees, extend the spine. Inhale, come forward. Come into open chest, hips low. Exhale, down dog. From there, left foot into the middle. Inhale, lift your right leg up. As it goes to the ceiling. And then on exhale, squeeze it into your right elbow. Then inhale, send it up. Exhale, squeeze it into the middle, so towards your nose. Inhale, send it up. And exhale, send it to your left elbow across the body. Then inhale, send it up. And this time bring it through to the front, drop the foot at the front edge of your mat. Staying here, gazing forward. We're going to exhale, lift the hips, try and straighten out the front leg as far as you can to fold towards the shin. From there, inhaling, bending the knee, gazing forward again. Exhaling, lifting up the hips, fold over the leg. Once again, inhale, drop the hips, lift the chest, look forwards. Exhale, fold yourself over. And then from here, bend the knee, bring the palms flat to the floor, send the right leg back for plank position, and then drop the knees down, untuck the toes, keep the chest forward, elbows to the back, lower down the chest. Inhale, lift for cobra. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes under, lift up, downward facing dog. From here, right leg into the middle, inhaling, reaching up with your left leg, as high as you can go. On an exhale, squeeze it into the left elbow. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale, squeeze it to the middle, to the nose. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, squeeze it to the right elbow. And then inhale, send it up. Exhale, squeeze it underneath the body and then throw it, drop the foot at the front. Gaze forward. Exhale, lift the hips, fold over the front leg. Inhale, drop the hips, gaze forward. Exhale, lift the hips, fold. Inhale, drop the hips, gaze forward. One last time, inhale, lift, fold over the leg. And then inhale, dropping the hips, bending the knee, gaze into the front. Keep the palms flat to the floor now. Step back into plank position first. Drop down the knees and tuck the toes. Elbows to the back, chest goes nice and low. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. And now we're going to step forward to the front edge of your mat. So maybe just lift your right leg up. And then exhale it all the way to the front. And then join the left leg together at the front with your right leg staying half forward fold. Exhale, full forward fold. On an inhale, sit down as if you're going to sit in a chair. Lift the arms above the head. See if the palms can stay pressed together. Stay there. And maybe now lift the heels up. Balance on your tippy toes. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift all the way up, standing position, arms down by your side. Good, we're going to go for another flow. Inhaling, reaching with your arms up above the head, look up. Exhale, fold yourself down to the floor. Inhale, halfway up, hands can be at the shins. Exhaling, hands down to the floor. Now if you want to do a little bit more, then hop your way back to plank. You can step back, but if you're hopping, then just have the palms flat and then send the legs back. From there, we're going to drop into the knees, untuck the toes, elbows to the back, lower down. Inhale, lift cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift up, downward facing dog. And then bring left leg to the middle of your mat. Inhale, reach your right leg up. On an exhale, bend the knee. Move the foot over towards the left side, over your body. And then just stay here, opening up the hip. Maybe just gaze over your left shoulder. Look if you can see your foot. Maybe wave to yourself. Bring some circles into the ankle. And then from there, squeezing the leg into the belly. Bring it to the front. Drop the foot. And then pivot your back foot down so it's parallel to the back edge of your mat. Inhale, windmill your arms up and open. Warrior two. Sink into that front leg, back foot is firmly into the floor. On an exhale, front palm faces up, and then we tilt to the back for peaceful warrior, taking your arm over the head. Inhaling, rotating down into side angle, right arm is down, left arm is over. And again, inhale, lift up, warrior, reverse warrior to the back, and then inhale, side angle, drop the right arm, take the left arm over the head. From there, slide down with your right arm to the floor inside of your leg. Touch with the fingertips if you can, and see if you can extend this front leg into straight position. If you can't, whilst you're touching the floor, then come up and hold on to the shin. Inhale and lift up through your left arm towards the ceiling. And just keep the chest open to the side. Keep rolling your left rib to the back and the hip also to the back. 2. On 3, take your left arm, the one at the top, and draw it over your head, reaching to the front of your mat, close to your ear. Hold it there. And then from that position, let's inhale. Reach up into standing position. Bring your arms up. Bring the right toes with you, parallel to each other. And then exhale, hands together. Let's bend down into side plank. So starting off with bending your right leg. Come down to the floor. Long leg on your left leg. And then switch towards the back edge of your mat. Bending your left leg. Once again, switch over to the front, bending right leg, and then stay in that position. Maybe drop your hands, and maybe even lift the left toes up, flexing at the foot. Pressing that heel down into the floor and pressing the back of the knee down. You can either just stay here, or place your right hand in front of your right foot, inside of your right knee, and then inhale and open up. Hold it there. And then exhale, release that hand down. From there, inhaling, lifting up into forward fold, both feet parallel to each other. And then fold yourself down towards the floor through the middle of your legs. Bringing the crown of the head down to the floor as much as you can. You can hold onto the legs, or you can even reach with your arms inside of the legs, reaching over towards the back of your body. One more breath. And then from there, whenever you're ready, lift up halfway, so just fingertips or hands to the floor, long spine. And on exhale, pivoting around towards the front edge of your mat. Looking towards the front, and you're going to leave your left palm on the floor and move the right leg to the back for side plank. Stack the feet together or stagger the feet, and then inhale, lift up through your right arm. Hold. And now we're going to switch to side plank on the other side. So you need to draw your right hand down to the floor, lift the heels up, bring the right knee into the chest, pivot around on your left foot, and open up onto the right hand. Maybe send this right leg down to the floor in front of you. Lift through the left arm, hold, and then exhale, hand down to the floor, squeeze into the belly, send it back into plank. Now either drop the knees and then lower the chest, or if you're looking to start working more into the shoulders, then shuffle the weight forward into the wrists, bend the elbows to the back, gaze forward, and inhale, Flick onto the fronts of the feet, open up the chest, and exhale, roll back into down facing dog. So wherever you are, we can meet here in down dog. Taking a deep breath in and out through the nose. And then we'll begin again on the other side. So this time, right foot is down in the middle. Inhale, reach your left leg up. Exhale, bend it at the knee, moving the hip to open up, moving the foot over the body. Keep pressing both arms the same way into the floor. And maybe look over the shoulder, rotate the foot around. And then whenever you're ready, inhale, squeeze it into the belly. Bring the foot forward, drop the back leg down. So when we're doing warrior two, it's quite nice to have your front heel cross through the middle of your foot at the back, through the arch. Inhale, lift, open up, sink down into your warrior two. Lower belly in, tailbone tucked under, and then front palm faces up. We're going to switch to reverse warrior. Inhale, bring it back down, side angle. Left arm on the thigh, right arm overhead. Once again, inhale, reach up, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Stay in side angle. And then look down, see if this left arm can just sink down to the floor. And then maybe you can just extend the leg. If this is too much, you can lift up onto the shin. Otherwise, inhale, look up towards the thumb, reaching with the right arm towards the ceiling, keeping the chest open, rolling the rib and the hip towards the back. On an exhale, sending the top arm close to your ear, facing to the front edge of your mat. Find a long stretch across that side body. One more breath. And then you're going to inhale, lift yourself up into standing position. Move your left foot in with you, reaching up. Exhaling, hands together. And then lowering down, bending through your left leg first. Stretching through that side, inner thigh here. And then take it to the back, lower the hips. And once again, over to the front. This time we're going to stay here, lift the toes if you can, press down, bring the hips low into the floor. You can drop the hands and you can go for an opening in your chest by leaving left palm down, inhaling, reaching up, opening up with the right arm, and exhaling down to release. We're going to inhale, lift up, folding down through the middle. If you're looking for a shoulder opener, then take your arms over to the back, interlace the fingers, squeeze palms, inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, fold down, let the arms drop over the head, down towards the floor. Otherwise, you can hold onto the legs like we did last time. One more breath. And then from that inhale, release the arms, down to the floor, extend the spine. Everyone come into halfway up, just long spine. From there, exhaling, pivoting around to the front edge of your mat, sinking the hips low, leaving the right palm on the floor, moving into side plank, left leg travels to the back. Inhale, open up, hold. On exhale, left palm down, left knee into the chest, pivot around on your right foot, open up, and send the left leg in front of you, lifting up higher for 1, 2, on 3, right palm down, send the leg to the back for plank. So you can either drop the knees or go through the transition that's called chaturanga, where you bend the elbows to the back. So if you're doing that, shuffle forward, elbows to the back, gaze forward, inhale, lift, exhale, down dog. Otherwise, always drop into the knees, lower the chest and lift the chest on an inhale. From here, guys, we're going to try and transition to the front edge of our mat slightly differently this time. If you're happy to join, lift your heels up. We're going to be hopping forward. So you're looking forward where you're going, And then when you inhale, you hop, stay on the hands and lift the hips and heels off. So when you're ready, inhale, hop, stepping all the way to the front, staying in half forward fold. When you get there, exhaling, full forward fold. And once again, inhale, drop the hips low. Let's go into chair pose, lifting your arms up. For 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, lift up all the way. Exhale, release the hands down. Last flow. Inhale, reach up with your arms. Exhale, fold them down. Fold yourself into full forward fold, hands down. Inhale, halfway up. Fingers and hands to the shin if you wish. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Once again, you can step back or you can hop back into plank. This time I'm going to step, but you do what you want. We're going to drop the body down or go through chaturanga, the one we just practiced. Inhaling, lifting cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Again, left foot into middle. Inhale, reach with the right leg up. Exhale, squeeze it to the belly, bring it to the front. This time we're going to be staying like this and lifting up into standing position, arms above the head. When we're ready, let's inhale, reach up. Exhale, open up the arms, cactus them out, so squeeze those shoulder blades. You don't want to be seeing your palms with the sides of your eyes. And then as we do that, we drop that knee down. Once again, inhale, reach. Exhale, open up, drop the knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, arms to the back, belly towards the thigh. Whenever you're ready, inhale, bounce off the back leg, come up into standing position, lifting left leg up, in line with the hip, arms to the back. Next inhalation, lift up the thigh up towards the chest, so keep the left leg off, arms drift up, hold there. Next exhalation, right arm to your left knee if you want to go for a twist. Left arm to the back, squeeze, twist to the side by pulling on the knee. Look to the back if you want. Next inhalation, come back with your arms, lifting up, face facing to the front. And then exhale back into that flying position, send your left leg to the back, arms towards the back. Body parallel to the floor, and then slowly with control release that foot down, back into the same position. Inhaling, lifting up the arms. Exhaling, dip the knee, open up the arms into cactus pose. Inhale, lift them back up, and exhale, release them down to the floor, going into plank position. So again, either drop the knees and then the chest, or go for chaturanga, elbows to the back. Inhale, lift, open up. Exhale, down dog. Other side. I'm going to bring the right foot into the middle. Inhale, lift the left leg up. On an exhale, squeeze it into the chest. Bring it through to the front, drop the foot down. Get ready, get your legs in a nice stable position. When you're ready, inhale, reach up. On an exhale, open up the arms and dip the knee. Inhale, reach up. Once again, exhale, lower down the knee. Inhale, open up, arms to the top. Exhale, lean over the front thigh, arms to the back. Look forward. Inhale, press into the back leg, bounce off, lift it up, and fly with the legs and arms. Hold it there. Then when you're ready, inhale, bring that right knee up into the chest, arms above the head. Stay. If you're looking for a twist, left arm into the knee, right arm to the back, squeezing at the obliques, gazing to the back. Then inhaling back to center, arms above the head. Exhale, send the leg to the back, fold yourself down parallel to the floor, reach with your arms to the back, Hold the position, and then release the foot down at the back edge of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up above the head. Exhale, dip them down, dip the knee. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, hands down to the floor, and then step back for plank. Coming down in your own way, and then inhaling, opening up. Exhaling, down dog. Stay in down dog for a couple of breaths just to rest. So now with this next move, we will be coming into wide-legged squat at the front edge of your mat. So you can either step your feet behind the wrists, one after the other, or if you enjoyed that little hop earlier, you can hop into that position. So either just walk and step, or gaze forward, and as you inhale, hop, open up the knees, set yourself down into squat position. So whichever way you get there, we'll all meet here. Arms into the middle, press the palms together, open up the knees, lengthen out the spine, lift through the sternum, keep the thumbs close to the sternum as well. And stay for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release the hands. Make your way down into seated position, so you can just lean down, sending legs forward in front of you, and we'll go into boat pose. So lean to the back, lift the legs, see if the shins can be parallel to the floor, arms as well, and we just stay here for 1, 2, lifting the chest out, shoulder blades squeeze at the back, 3, 4, on 5, let's cross at the shins, squeeze the knees up into the chest, reach with the arms forward so feet off the floor, squeezing as close as you can with the knees into the chest, hold there. So remember which shin is on top, you're going to do the opposite next time. And then open up the legs again in your boat pose, and then send right leg up, hold, 2, 3, we're going to cross the shins again, so this time your other shin on top, squeeze, hold the position, and then open up back into boat, this time left leg up, holding on there for 1, 2, on 3, cross the shins whichever way you like, hands down into the floor, inhale, lift the hips up, exhale, lower down, one last time into boat pose. You can either be over here, like you were at the beginning, or if you're looking for more, extend both legs up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, crossing at the shins, give yourself a big hug, hang around the knees, bring the head down into the middle, relax. After your third breath, release from this position, send yourself down into the floor, we're going to be doing bridge pose, so feet close to the buttocks. If you can't get them close whilst moving the legs, then shuffle the buttocks down towards the heels. You want to be so close that maybe you can even touch the heels with your fingers. Then your arms are just by your sides, just resting on the floor, feet in line with the hips. We're going to inhale, press into the feet, lift up through the vertebra up towards the ceiling, coming onto the shoulders, holding there for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, slowly lower down. And your next inhalation coming back up. We're going to inhale, lift up. Now going for a bit more if you wish. Bring the shoulders underneath the body. Then take your arms, interlace them underneath the buttocks, squeeze palms, lower the palms down into the floor, press them down, lift up higher, lift those hips up higher by pressing feet into the floor. Stay for 1, 2, 3, 4. On 5, release the arms, slide the hips down into the floor. And release the shoulders. Bringing the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug, squeeze the legs into the chest. Maybe rock from side to side. And then come into stillness, into neutral position. Open up your arms to the sides. So either T shape or you can have the elbows bent, up to you. Keeping the knees close to the chest. We're going to drop the knees down into the right side. Keep the shoulders on the floor both, especially the left shoulder should remain on the floor. And if your knees go all the way down, then maybe you can even take the head around to look to the left palm. If the knees don't go quite all the way down, then that's fine. You can move the legs around so that you feel comfortable in the position. And if you do have more space and you're looking for a deeper twist, then your top leg, so on this side it's your left leg, could extend at the knee and you could hold on to the foot with your right arm. One more breath. And then release any feet that you may be holding. Bring your body back down into neutral position, so your knees into the chest. And then exhale to the left side, doing exactly the same thing. So finding a comfortable position with the right shoulder and left shoulder glued to the floor, head maybe gazing to the right hand. And if you've got the space and you wish to extend your right leg this time, and pull that foot down. Holding on for another couple of breaths. And then whenever we're ready, releasing the legs back into center. And going for a happy baby. So soles of the feet up. Grabbing either big big toe or sides of the feet. If you can't reach that far, hold on to the backs of the knees. That's the easiest way to bring those thighs down into the chest. And that's what we're doing in this position. Drawing thighs down towards the floor, towards the armpits, so that you can flatten out the spine. So tuck the tailbone down to the floor. Draw those shoulder blades down to the floor, so that you feel all 4 corners of your spine down in the floor. And when you do feel that way, you can either just stay there or you can rock from side to side. And then after a few rocks, bring the soles of the feet together. See if you can put the soles of the feet one against the other, maybe even hold on to the shins or ankles or even the feet, and then squeeze the feet into the chest so that the knees open up wide. Stay there. And then release the legs, send them down your mat, take your arms over the head. Give yourself a big stretch, interlace the fingers, press palms away from you. Flexing the feet maybe first, so push for the heels. And then keep the arms as they are, but point the feet away from you. And release the arms back next to the body. Open up the feet a little bit wider than your hips. Let everything just relax into the floor. We'll stay here in position called Shavasana for a couple of minutes, just relaxing after the whole practice, noticing how you feel, noticing how the body feels, and normalizing the breath. and to let the body relax into the floor. So if you're finding that you're holding tension in the hips, just let them go. Should be no tension in your legs, in your arms, shoulders, not even in your face. If you're holding on to a little frown on your face, then just bring a smile, and that already relaxes a lot of the muscles. And then we're going to start moving our bodies, so little wiggles in the fingers and toes. Maybe rotating your wrists and ankles. Maybe even shifting head from side to side. And whenever you're ready, you can roll over to one side. So just use your arm as a pillow, knees are bent, just like if you're in bed. And then from that position, you can push yourself up into a seated position. Coming up, finishing up in a seated position, lift up through the shoulders, squeeze them to the back. Maybe let's finish up with a few deep breaths. So why don't we just close our eyes to bring the attention in. Sitting up tall. And let's take a few inhales. And we can do a counted breath. So let's go and inhale for 1, 2, 3. Let's exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Now big inhale for 1, 2, 3, and big exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Then just breathe normally. And then whenever you're done, you can open your eyes. And thank you very much.